KP Games here, and today I am once again cheating on Unity. Oh, this year I want to learn lots of new things. That includes the engine I'm going to talk about today, Unreal Engine. Now, Unreal Engine has been around for a very long time, and I thought it was about time I had a crack at it. Another reason is because its main programming language is C++, a language that is more heavily used in the games industry today than what I use, which is C#. So last week I took on the challenge of using Unreal Engine, and how do you feel about it, me, after 7 days?
Hell.
Let's get into it then. So the first thing I wanted to achieve was just understanding how to navigate Unreal and add and delete stuff to levels. So let's start by booting up Unreal. It took 1 minute and 45 seconds just to open the project menu, and that's not even creating or loading a project. I finally created a basic FPS template project, and to my surprise, navigating the engine was very similar in a lot of ways to Unity. A few differences here and there, like opening the material menu looked quite interesting, but after playing around for a little bit, I thought it was time to start a completely blank project and begin doing my own code for my own game. Now, Unreal Engine has what's called blueprints, which is a visual scripting system. Visual scripting is basically a system where instead of actually coding, you can plug nodes into each other to achieve some sort of functionality. Now this can be really great for someone who doesn't have programming knowledge, or someone who just wants to, create maybe a quick prototype of a game. But you see, I'm no baby! So I'm going to use C++. So what's my C++ experience like? Well, it's fairly limited. So to prepare for this, I took a C++ fundamentals course where I learnt about coding games without a game engine, and after that I felt pretty confident that I could at least do something in C++ with Unreal. Boy, I was wrong! So I'm now going to tell you the process of coding movement in Unreal. First off, press button and create new class, open your code editor and get a bunch of stuff on the screen. Okay, cool. Try some stuff out but nothing works. Go to documentation for help on how to listen for player input. Seems okay, go back to Unreal, open settings to set up inputs and see, sorry bud, but because you are using Unreal 5.1, the input system has been put down. So instead, use our enhanced input system. Fantastic. Go back to documentation and read about enhanced input system. Get confused, so consult YouTube. Every tutorial goes through how to use it in blueprints, apart from one tutorial series which is 5 hours long, worth of videos just to use and understand the damn thing. Okay, get some grasp on it, write some code, go back to Unreal, and nothing. Oh, you need to close Unreal and build the code every time you make a change, which sometimes takes forever, and then reopen Unreal, which also takes forever. Learn about the live coding feature, which means I don't have to close Unreal every time I make a change. Fantastic! Although, slight problem, every time you close Unreal to go do something else, the last thing you did via live coding doesn't get remembered, so you have to close your project, rebuild, reopen. Okay, cool, get the grasp of that. Try and need code for the enhanced input system. Try to build and error. Check tutorial series again. You've got to go into the special file, add a line of text to it, so Unreal knows to use the enhanced. Why isn't this there by default? And once you've added it to the file, close Unreal, delete some files, regenerate those files, reopen Unreal and build, and it still doesn't work! Alright, I think you get the point. But after all this fiddling about, I finally got some first person movement working. Cool, so now I have my player movement code working, it's time to put a little scene together. I wanted to create a somewhat creepy Victorian scene, so I got some reference images of rooms and props, and started by just blocking out a room. Once I had done that, I went online to find some free textures I could use. For the floor, I found a nice wooden texture, and for the walls, I used a mixture of some nice wooden panels, and just a normal wallpaper pattern, which was slightly unnerving. I decided to model some wooden beams, a fireplace, and a very basic chandelier which looks bleh. But I made all the textures myself using procedural methods. Now I may make a video on procedural materials another time, because that's its whole own topic. I also created a fire particle effect using Unreal's own particle system, which I struggled with, to be honest, but I think overall it looked pretty good. And here we go. This is what my room looked like by the end of the week. It's a bit bare, as it's lacking some props, like some chairs and a table maybe, and the fireplace, chandelier and particles could definitely use some improving, but other than that, Unreal really does make things look really good. And it does, despite my grievances with some of it, it has some really good tools to make some really cool things. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this intro video to Unreal, and I hope you join me next time where I'll try to get doors working. Bye bye!